Kitchens. Everybody wants to know about kitchen design. It is the place where you spend the most of your money when you're renovating your house. So today I'm going to show you my 7-step guide to designing a great kitchen and the top 5 mistakes that people make when they're designing a kitchen. I'm here at the GTA Home Reno Show with Reno and Decor. I've been at the booth giving consultations with other very talented designers, and I'm about to head to stage and take you with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Rebecca Hay Designs Incorporated, let's put a round of applause for Rebecca Hay.
And thank you everybody else for coming and sticking around and filling the seats. Today I'm here to talk a lot about kitchens, but everyone loves a good kitchen reno. So what I'm going to do today is share my 7-step guide on how to do a great kitchen renovation. And at the end, I'm going to give you my top 5 mistakes that I think people make when renovating a kitchen and how you can avoid those pitfalls. Your kitchen is the heart of your home. It is where most families spend the majority of their time cooking, chatting, having drinks, doing homework. It is also where you typically will see the highest financial return on your investment. So, step 1 is assess. This is a really, really important step. Anytime a homeowner hires my firm to design their kitchen, I say, I need you to create a list. You need to do your homework. You need to create a list of everything that works in your kitchen and everything that doesn't. You need to know what you love and what you hate. Sometimes it's easy to know the things you hate about your kitchen, like, oh, this darn cabinet is too deep, I keep losing things. Or these drawers are so disorganized. But what do you love? Sometimes people forget there are elements of their kitchen that work, so make sure you make a list. The second step and tip is to dream. I debated putting this first because it's what gets people excited about the renovation, they're looking at magazines, but it's really important that first you assess your needs and then you dream. Because when you start opening up the magazines and perusing the internet, things will pop out at you in a different way. So if you know you're looking for more pantry storage, when you're searching on Pinterest, you're going to type in pantry storage, right? So have your list handy. When you do find an image that's a dream, a kitchen, maybe it's something like this, it's important that you circle and make notes of the things in that picture that you like, especially if you're working with a designer or a kitchen design company, because if you just give them this picture, they might not know that you don't really like the gray, but you like the layout. Or maybe you love the little book storage there at the end of the island, but you don't want a bar fridge. Unless you circle that and make notes, they don't know, and no one can read your minds. Trust me, I try all the time with my clients. It's not that easy. One other thing to consider is, do you like to put items on display? A very big trend in kitchens right now is open concept, open shelving, open, everything's open. But what's the problem with open shelves? They collect so much dust and grease because the kitchen, you're cooking most of the time. So my recommendation is, if you do like that trend and it's really nice, it makes the kitchen feel more airy, use the open shelves like the one on the right for the items you use every day that are frequently washed. You need to wash and dust and clean. If you don't have a cleaning lady, you gotta do it yourself. Or the kitchen on the left, we got creative. We did some beautiful glass shelves. There's some lighting, they're not on, but with glass doors. So the glass doors help to keep the dust at bay, but you can still display your beautiful china or your items that you want to showcase. The third step is to do your research, but you have to find the right products. You have to compare your selections. A great trend right now in appliances is color. Now I know it's not for everyone, but it's an inspiration. It's a big investment. You want to make sure you're doing the research and you find what works for you. And make sure that you are doing the research, finding the companies that you know have good warranties, and don't just pick things based on dollar, because sometimes it's not worth it in the end. Make sure you align with quality, good companies that will take care of you. Number 4 is budget. So you need to put all of your numbers into a spreadsheet. I like to do that because you can get a sense of what's going to be at the low end, what's at the high end, and you find where you fit in the middle. So I think there's a lot of information out there that's incorrect, or people don't have the right expectations when it comes to budget. They don't understand what it's going to cost. So I have a how to create a reno budget video. I also have a video, what's the difference between IKEA and custom kitchens? I get asked this a lot. Step 5 is to plan. Now I know everything we've been saying is planning, but this is really when you put pen to paper and you draw it out. So you can really think up what you want. When you give it to your contractor, he knows what to price out. Too many people make the mistake of hiring a contractor and they want to know what's it going to cost, what's it going to cost. So he says $50,000. And you say, okay, awesome, that's great, $50,000 budget, that's great, $50,000. But he hasn't itemized everything, and if he has, he's put in allowances. So it's really important to do the design first, and then you can get your quotations. Step 6, pre-order. So you've got your design, you're ready to go, you have your designer, you've got your contractor lined up, but don't demo. Don't demo until you have all your products. The number one reason that construction jobs or renovations are delayed is because you're waiting on something. What we always do is we finalize the design, we take the deposit, and we order everything, and only until we know the stock situation and the lead time, the delivery time of everything, do we schedule our contractor. Because there's no point in him coming in and demoing and you sitting there. The reason for that is that you want to make sure that you don't miss out on what you want, because you're spending all this money and you're doing this beautiful design, and the last thing you want to do is find out that beautiful brass knob that you have to have, you're not going to have, so you find a substitute, and you're always thinking, I wish I'd gotten that brass knob. And step 7, which is the last step, is to relax. You don't have to drink rosé all day. I'm not saying that. You got to set yourself up for success. And if you are so stressed, you're not going to enjoy it. And at the end, you'll have a negative feeling about the whole process. But there will be delays. I always tell our clients, you have to expect something will go wrong. Something will always go wrong. It doesn't matter how well you plan, how much you pre-order, what professionals you're working with, something is going to happen, and you need to be able to roll with the punches. You need to be flexible. Things will change. There's times where you throw your hands up in the air like me in that picture. You're like, oh my God, what do I do? And then you problem solve. And sometimes the best decisions actually, or the best designs, come from a change of course mid-renovation. Now, the part everybody wants to know, what are the mistakes? I don't want to make mistakes. These are my top mistakes that people make when designing a kitchen. Not leaving enough space for your fridge. Everybody focuses on the kitchen triangle. The kitchen triangle essentially is the golden rule of kitchen design, which is in every textbook for interior design school. It means you should have your stove, your cooking area, your sink, and your fridge within a triangle in your kitchen. But sometimes people are so focused on that, they overlook other essential clearance issues like the fridge. You want to make sure that you can open your fridge and still have space. The second big mistake that I see is, now this is what I think, you might disagree, but the location of the garbage. Why would you put the garbage under the sink that no one can get to it? I understand why it's done. It's a space-saving thing. You want to make sure that that's wasted space. So I'm just going to put the garbage there. Unless you live all alone and no one else ever uses your kitchen, I always recommend putting a pull-out garbage next to the sink or nearby. The reason being, I'm sure a lot of you would agree, you're there, you're cleaning the vegetables or draining the pasta, and somebody else has a snotty Kleenex. I have 2 kids at home, so that happens in my house a lot. And they're like, oh, mommy, move over, move. And they want to put something. Well, I'm in the middle of doing a task, and I have to move over so they can get into the garbage. It's a pain in the butt. Number 3, quality bar stools. More often than not, the furniture items are left till the very end, and people don't budget for them. And then what happens is you've maxed out your budget, And now you need to get your bar stools. And I mean, oh my gosh, I'm not going to spend $500 on a bar stool. This is getting out of control. The costs of this kitchen are crazy. I'm just going to go to Wayfair or online somewhere and order a bar stool for $100. But guess what? The quality of a $100 bar stool, unless it's like a super duper sale and you know who makes it, it's probably not great. And it may only last a year and you might have to toss it. I feel very passionately about the environment. So for me, I hate waste and I hate disposable furnishings. So I don't hate things that are inexpensive, I just want them to be comfortable and be quality. So it's important that you do what's called a sit test. Sit on your stool and make sure it's comfortable, because again, you're living in your kitchen. Your bum is going to be on that stool maybe more than the armchair that's in your living room. So please make sure you include that in your budget at the very beginning. And number 4 is dedicated storage. People just get excited, they want a new kitchen, and they haven't assessed their needs at the beginning, so they don't really think too much about where they're going to store the utensils for cooking, or where the cookie sheets are going to go, and that type of thing. Think about how you use your space, and make sure you include that in the design, and it's on an afterthought, because then your kitchen company will make sure that everything fits accordingly. It makes your kitchen feel super luxurious, and it doesn't add a lot of cost. And then the last big mistake I think people make is that they don't get creative with their hardware. Cabinet hardware is like the jewelry of your kitchen. It's like putting on a cute black outfit and then not accessorizing. You need to don't just default to the brush nickel knob, unless you're really passionate about it, and that's totally fine, no judgment. But there's so many cool things that you can do. There's some great options. Brass is really popular. It's one of my favorite finishes. There's lots of mixing with brass and glass, brass and lucite. Some beautiful hexagonal shapes, like you can see on that vanity. So really, if you're going to splurge anywhere, if you're going to go basic with your cabinetry from a big box store, spend some money on cool hardware. There's so many great options. Renovation.com is an awesome resource out of the US. They have beautiful, beautiful hardware. And it just elevates your kitchen. Another design tip, sort of a sidebar, when you're decorating or designing, you want to make sure that you use repetition. So if you want to use matte black, which is a very popular finish right now, make sure you use it in more than one place. As long as you repeat a color or a finish 3 times in a space, it will feel cohesive and well designed. Otherwise, it's jarring. And you walk in and you see one brass thing and you think, what is that doing there? This is so weird. Who designed this? Just make sure you have repetition. Your kitchen is the heart of your home. You're not going to screw it up. I know I said there's like 5 mistakes people make. Be thoughtful, spend some time, write things down, keep all your information in one place, dream, make sure it works for you. Because if your kitchen doesn't work for you, who are you doing it for?
So that's my step-by-step guide, and those are the mistakes. If you want more design tips, you should sign up for our weekly newsletter where we send design tips every week in videos and in written format, and gives you every tool that you'll need to do your own renovation, or at least hire the professionals. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel, because if you don't subscribe, I don't know you're out there. And I'll see you soon.